It's hard to be sneaky with you standing here talking to me. Not getting involved in Windhelm affairs, that's for sure. King this, Jarl that. He's not my king. We don't have kings. Thane, sure, but not kings. Sometimes people need a hand, and I offer mine. For a fee. It's surprising how much trouble people can get into. Lucky for them, I happen to be around.
I forbid it, young lady. No daughter of mine is going to be courted by a Nord stable boy.
Oh, mother, but I'm bored. There hasn't been anyone to flirt with except Neramo since we reached these wretched shores. I'm bored. There hasn't been anyone to flirt with except Neramo since we reached these wretched shores.
I don't know why I bother guarding you horrible people.
Well? That I've ever witnessed. What interesting customs you guys
You've been gone for a while. Tell me you found something cheating at the Conanliker and the Stormfist clan. They haven't caused this much trouble since... While you were completing your mission, another competitor was injured. One of my best. I want you to enter the next event, the foot race of the 9 Holds. I name you Windhelm's new champion. Hurry, speak to Lenning the Hawk and enter the... I am the Thane of Windhelm. My father was captain of the guard. I followed in his footsteps and climbed a bit higher. We Stormcloaks helped build Wind... What do I do? What don't I do? Rules and regulations. Meetings with King Yoren and other Thanes. Now I'm hosting... Yes, they've come for the celebration, but also to meet with King Yoren about packed business. I try not to get too involved. You're good at digging up information. We're better to keep an eye on things than right in the middle of the race. I can't post guards at every time.
No one's allowed inside without authorization. And I don't see your paperwork.
I don't believe this. I'm not leaving until you let us in.
If you're not participating in the race of the 9 Holds, please stand back. I see. Thane Mera is playing her political games again. No matter. As the last racer to arrive, you get to light the starting flare. Get ready. Rules. Haven't you ever ran a race before? You have to run along the outer walls of the city and must pass through each of the 9 towers along the walls. One for each hold in Skyrim. The first racer to pass through the 9th tower wins the event.
Careful now.
Stay in good order.
A good race, but you're outclassed. Still, I'm always happy to see someone new perform. Thane Mera just left. She wants to speak with you as soon as possible. You can find her in her usual place, standing in front of the palace.
What a race! I saw some of it, and I was informed of the... That's an admirable showing. Even in defeat, you represented Windhelm and the Pact with honor. Sadly, Hadring was murdered during the race, felled by a poison arrow of orcs. Someone must have seen something during the race. The assassins fled after their cowardly attack, but every rat has a hole to hide in. You must find... I don't want you to just find the assassins. I want you to hunt them down like the rabid dogs they are, and... I'm taking the gauntlets off and granting you the authority to do whatever is necessary to deal with these assassins. I name you as Justice Carl of Windhelm. Dispense your authority. Excellent. I will mobilize the guard and patrol the city. King Yoren must be protected. When you find the assassin...
There's nothing in this city worth doing. It's all snow and more snow. Not a decent corner club any. Well, some of the locals can be friendly and attentive. Idesa is always ready for a good time. I think she may be a bit more serious about our relationship. The race was boring. This city is boring. You're boring. Go bother someone who doesn't have important things to do. The weak always resort to threats and violence. Oh, very well. I saw one of those Stormfist thugs run away as soon as the racer fell. He fled out of the city, heading south. It was like Molag Bal himself was right behind him.
I need healing!
The guards found more caches of weapons hidden around the city, but nothing else. I hope you had better. King Yoren's exiled brother Fieldgore used to run the Stormfist Brigade. That's his symbol added to the Stormfist emblem. And these... Fieldgore is King Yoren's twin brother. When Queen Nirnhill fell in battle, the brothers joined forces to defeat the Akaviri. But then they fought. What does any exile want? Needless to say, to announce his presence in this manner can't bode well for King Yoren. The final event... Hurry! To the Hall of Trials! You must protect King Yoren.
And shine.
Your prowess is impressive, champion. Come up here so that...
The Stormfist cheated. These Nords have been poisoned.
Your brother Filgor sends his greetings, false king. He wants you to know that he has returned from exile to claim what is his by birth and by right. Your rule is over, pretender. Prepare to die.
Poison, Filgor. What is the meaning of this? Guards, seize that woman!
For Filgor! For the rightful king of Skyrim! Show no mercy!
Stormfist bastards did their worst, yet I'm still alive! Thanks to you. This was a message from my brother. One I wasn't meant to survive. A mere scratch. Nothing more. The Stormfist clan's assassins are dead, and that's good. After dear Nirnhild fell in battle, my brother and I threw back the invaders. Afterward, we disagreed on who should succeed our sister. When I won the throne, I was forced to exile Filgor. He never forgave me for that. So I assume he returned to take the throne. I wonder what he...
You're back. Tell me, is King Yoren well? That's good to hear. You don't know how relieved I am by this news. You risked your life even though you had no duty to uphold or vow to keep. While you were aiding the king, a runner arrived from Fort Morvenskar. The fort is under attack. Fieldgore and the Stormfist clan are certainly behind the attack. It can't be mere coincidence. It makes sense strategically, but we weren't prepared for this. We weren't expecting to fight a war while the Pact leaders were in council. You upheld my honor and the honor of Windhelm. This Ebonheart Pact is worth more than I hoped. May all your enemies fall before you. I am the Thane of Windhelm. My father was captain of the guard. I followed in his footsteps and climbed.
It's about time Windhelm sent someone. What took you so long?
Just you? I hope you're tougher than you look. Sorry, I don't mean to sound ungrateful. The Stormfists came out of nowhere and forced us to retreat from the fort. We escaped, as did Lieutenant Koruni and a few of her soldiers. I don't know the Stormfist. Koruni sent word that she plans to sneak into the central barracks. If you could liberate the soldiers that were captured during the battle, you could assist the lieutenant when she tries to retake the battle. Good luck freeing our soldiers. I'll stay here and wait for the detachment from Windhelm to arrive. Anything to help with your mission, but we must be quick about it. Fort Morvenskar's primary purpose is to protect the royal tombs beneath it. Most of our departed rulers are buried here, including our dearly missed queen. The Stormfist clan hasn't been seen in these parts in almost 10 years. Back then, they supported the traitor Filgor. As to how they... I received word that Lieutenant Korune plans to try to infiltrate the central barracks and take out the leader of these invaders. Meanwhile...
Captain Hamar and Lieutenant Koruni finally sent someone to get me out of this? It's about time. You know me so well. Untie me. I want to get out there and crack some heads. All right. I won't crack any heads until the lieutenant says so.
Forgot about me. I'm on my way. See you there.
What do you want?
You rescued my soldiers. For that, you have my thanks. We are ready to take back the barracks. I need you to deal with the invaders' commander, the Nord called Halskar. Find his orders. I had a feeling about you. Glad to see that...
I am Nirnhild, Queen of the Nords. I come to you from Sovngarde with an urgent demand. The relics you took from that strongbox were stolen from the royal tombs beneath Fort Morvenskar. Return the relics to their rightful places in the tombs below, of course. What else would you do with them? Accomplish this task, and I shall forever be in your debt. Then the same fate that befell the traitorous Nord shall befall you. Do you really wish to play this game with me, mortal? Meet me behind this building, at the entrance to the tombs. I shall wait for you there.
The barracks are clear. How did you fare against Halskar? Let me look at those orders. I see. Those dogs came up through the crypts. That's how they surprised us. It says something here about their true prize being in the crypts below. I wonder what they could be after. These orders make it sound like the Stormfist wants something from inside the royal crypts. And they were actually signed by Thane. That means the skull... Just what I know. Skyrim's royal family and their honored servants are interned below. Well, the dead ones anyway. The fort was built to protect the crypts. They are precious relics to be sure, but nothing to make these brigands risk so much. Well, there you have it. Thievery and desecration. Still, these orders seem to imply there's more to it than that. Perhaps you could go below, return these items, and make sure... Go on, check out the crypts. We'll handle things up here. Woman? What woman? I saw you strike down Halskar, pull something from the lockbox, and then pause for a long moment. I thought you were catching your breath up there. Well, they do say that the royal tombs are haunted. Soldiers tell stories of seeing and hearing strange things during night patrols. Still, if a spirit spoke to you, those relics... Queen Nernhild. Our beloved queen was struck down in battle against the Akaveri 10 years ago. I'd listen carefully.
I've been waiting for you to arrive. The relics you recovered are very important. When they were removed, it disturbed the Draugr below. Please return the relics to their proper resting places. Who else would I be, mortal? Recent events have called me back from Sovngarde, but I am still my people's beloved queen. Now, don't you have some relics to put back in the tomb? Come down here and look around. The cup belongs on one of these altars. That was the wrong altar. You have awakened the dead. This chamber contains the remains of the honored cupbearers who served... This chamber contains the remains of the honored cupbearers who served the rulers of Skyrim. I believe so. The old Nord cup symbolizes and honors the servants who perform the thankless duty of providing for the needs of each generation's royal family. All I can tell you is that the cup holds the key. Examine it carefully and choose wisely. Appears to be the correct altar. Very good. I will see you in the next chamber. This chamber contains the remains of advisors who served the throne. Trusted counselors, viziers, and shamans are buried here. The book contains a collection of ancient Nord proverbs. As you can see, a page has been torn out. But that was not the only book damaged when the Stormfists invaded this chamber. You need to find the... Read the book, and any pages you find. Matching a torn page with the writing in the book should be simple enough for one of your experience and skills. That is not the right page. You could read ancient Nord. One chamber remains. Mine. Bring my amulet and meet me there. This is wrong. Something is terribly, terribly wrong. My body, the crown of Freydis. They should both be here, but they are gone. No. Layers of magical protection engulf the interred. Any Stormfist that tried to even touch my body would have been obliterated. Only those of royal blood could have... My brother. Has all honor deserted him? Why would he do such a thing? Fildgor! Go, quickly. Perhaps you can catch him before he gets away. You must...
Make sure that no one gets past you, Shakur. Cover my escape.
You're too late, weakling. Fildgor has his prize. He's in Cradle Crush by now. I need healing!
Ah, you're back. Lieutenant Karuni's plan worked perfectly. And she says she owes her success to you. While you were in the tomb, Karuni launched a strike against the invaders from the barracks. A detachment of soldiers arrived from Windhelm just in time to help us take back the fort. It is indeed, and thank you for your help, my friend. As long as we hold Fort Morvenskar, you...
I no longer know my own brother's heart, but now I know yours. Even though Fildgor escaped with my crown and my mortal remains, you have performed a great service this day. Keep the amulet. You earned it. And as long as you carry it, we will always be connected.
Thanks for your help. You did great work today. Thank you. With Fort Morvenskar back under our control, we should send word to the king. Let him know that the royal tombs are secure. Will you deliver a dispatch to Fort Amel? Yes. Reinforcements from Windhelm brought the news. The king has gone to Fort Amel to meet with packed dignitaries. Take word of a victory to the fort. Speak to Thane Oda, Wolf's sister there. We're going to get the fort up and running again. My scouts report that there are still Stormfist troops in the area. My scouts report that the Stormfist are fortifying Cradle Crush to the southwest. We can't let them establish a foothold, or we'll never get rid of them. It's an old orc fortress, but it hasn't been used by hostile forces. If only we had the troops for such an action. We're in no condition for another battle right now, but I think we have time. Something strange is going on over at Cradle Crush. Unusual sounds. We hear crashes and moans, toppling trees. We see smoke on the horizon. I have no idea what to make of it.
Should have been back by now. Captain Alhana said they'd meet us here after an evening of prayer, right?
That's what she said, but I don't see them. Maybe with the traveling merchants said it.
My limbs. Here!
Greetings, stranger. It looks like you have something for me.
Then by all means, let me have it.
Excellent. The fort is back under our control, thanks to you. You've made quite...
They knew that goblin spawn would put a dagger in our backs. Siraj never could pass up a pretty face. This bracelet was given to my ancestors by King Fahel. Siraj always wore it.
Miraculous. To think that the Dwemer of Old Volenfell settled as far as Stros Mackay. My brother and I have scoured the ruins' exterior for some time. Several reasons. One is that Headman Bosek commissioned me to explore the ruins. A fascinating aspect of Dwemer ruins are the an excellent suggestion. I believe this automaton can unseal the door if it can be controlled. I have its... With the focusing crystals in hand, I can complete this control rod and safely reactivate the automaton. While you recover the crystals, I'll make the proper adjustments to the construct. Some call them dwarves, a race of brilliant artisans and metalworkers who possessed great ingenuity. They built vast underground cities. None can say for sure. Some believe they achieved divinity. Others claim they were consumed by some folly of their own. Perhaps both are true. But long ago they vanished. The entire race. Dim the gleam of avarice I see in your eyes. The treasure I seek is knowledge, worthless to any but... I've reassembled a spider, but I must be able to control it. That reminds... Splendid. Now, I just insert them into the... At long last, the Sark! Come, we'll talk of our next move inside. As you see, Headman Bosek's trust in my skills was not misplaced. Nor was my faith in your prowess. Will you assist me on another task? Despite the age of these ruins, I suspect the usual defenses are in place. As I am averse to danger, would you... Oh, I suppose I'm the only one who calls them that. Independently apportioning dynamo core is a mouthful, but the Dwemer built them. This control rod will keep our new friend loyal to you. I suspect the generators have been damaged over the years. Excellent work. Bithzark breathes again. Now, for a personal project. As you see, we are not the first to enter Bithzark. In truth, I accepted Bosek's request to explore these ruins only because they contain something. Knowledge is the greatest treasure. The Dwemer guarded their secrets as a king protects his gold. In Bithzark, an easy task. Those earlier explorers likely retrieved them, only to find themselves sealed inside Bithzark. There may be more constructs waiting on the other side of this door. So, the schematics were here. I doubt they escaped. These writings could prove crucial to understanding the schematics. My brother should be able to decipher these. There you are. I was just coming to... the schematics are mine at last. Splendid! This places me in your debt. I hear Kaleen intends to head towards the Isle of Betnik. The ruins there greatly interest me. But first, I will assist you in this heist. I must get the schematics to my workshop. Join me if you wish to return to town. Come, Clanker.
Good to see you back in one piece. Hey, the captain's looking for you. Thanks to your work, we can go ahead with the heist. We've even got a few extra sailors clamoring to join our crew. You should talk to the captain upstairs.
Can't you see I'm busy?
What brings you to this trash pit? My ship may be a pile of driftwood, but my crew's alive, and Captain Helene has them. I won't leave without them. Help me rescue my crew. I didn't expect to get help so quickly. Remind me to thank Kaleen. We're going to disguise my crew as sea drakes. Take these clothes. Look for a portly Breton, a sour Redguard, and a big orc. The drakes are... Look for hampers with clothes. Or kill a sea drake and take theirs. Put on their clothes and you'll look just lovely. Oh, do watch out for the sea drakes with torches. They're not drunk. If you get too close, they'll... Remember, you can take clothes from hampers or off-dead sea drakes.
Please, don't beat me again! Thank the eight! I thought I'd die in here! Helene came by not long ago. Told me to look forward to a public flaying. Then she... Stay away from Helene. She's a monster!
torturer from Helene. Even uglier than the last one. These sea drakes give pirates a bad name. Kill every last one of them you see.
Husband.
Kaleen may be a murderous witch, but she does have good taste in books. Don't bother looking for one-legged Elvin. I already set him free.
Move to flank!
Don't know who you are, but you better run if you don't want the sea drakes to gut you. Ha! Another of Helene's tricks. Let me go, then chase me. Word of advice. Don't let them capture you. If you can't get away, die fighting.
You're a welcome sight. You're a welcome sight. I've rescued everyone but Crenard, Hairden, and Mikog. Any luck? Almost done then. Everyone's out except my first mate, Deragor. They've got him in the belly of Helene's ship. You'll find the keys below deck. Look for Deragor down and back. I'll be visiting Helene in her cabin to thank her for the hospitality she's extended my crew. Come on up after you release Deragor. You should really say hello. Her cabin girl had a key. Poor little Bosmer lass. Barely any meat on her bones. I think Helene was starving her. She's on her way to Port Hunding now, and I'm one key richer. Good trick, that. Did I really disguise myself as a fern? Or did you see a fern because you weren't looking close enough?
I'm not telling you anything, scum! What have you done with Captain Lerisa? Yeah? Ha! I knew she got away! Helene said she was being keel-hauled and beaten, but I knew better. They don't call my captain Crafty for nothing. Get me out of these ropes, and let's get out of here. Captain Lerisa never leaves anyone behind. Make sure she's safe.
Wait. You're not my... What have you... Did you poison me?
Oh my, Captain. Are you feeling okay?
I'll gut you like a stuck pig. Cut your eyes out. Roast you.
Like you did my crew? No. That won't happen again. Oh, she fell down. My, that felt good. Me? Did I do that? Her starving little cabin girl may have poisoned her drink. Who can say? Did Deragor get out? I'll just be going then. I told my crew to gather on the beach. Going to make sure they all made it out. Meet me there and we'll square up. Oh, it's yarn root. A very nasty local poison. It won't kill her. Not right away. It starts by dissolving the stomach lining, then goes from there. I'd love to stay and watch, but no time. You can stay if you like. It's actually her poison, kept for slaves who disobey. There's an antidote on the dresser if your heart bleeds enough. I'd feel mildly disappointed, but I leave it up to you. Meet me on the beach once you're done here and we'll settle up. Just watch your boots. She'll start vomiting soon.
to know Bankarai Garrison is under Covenant control once more.
My crew's safe, and only... My crew's safe, and only a little bit tortured. I call that a win. Well, your choice. I hope the next crew she shipwrecks and murders appreciates your soft heart. The important thing is she knows I had her. She won't cross me again. Now, about our debt. What do I owe you? She's a bit too obsessed with old Faharajad for me, but I like her style. Seeing as I need a new ship, gold will come in handy. I'm in. Can't let what you did for us go unrewarded. See you back in town. You're back! Found anyone else to help us with the heist? Ha! I knew you'd get it done. Who needs the old crew, those traitors, when we've got you helping us?
Should head to Saintsport.
Why?
This waiting rots my limbs and wearies my mind.
They're scum over there. They just lure ships onto the rocks and strip the wrecks.
All true, Maluro. Yet at least we would earn coin.
We've got a crew to rival the legends. Time to make some money. Don't you agree? Now we're ready for the real challenge, the heist. The target's Bosek. That slimy bastard's finally going to get what's coming to him. We're going to steal his sailing. His sailing logs are the key to our fortune, friend. They're the records of every ship that's docked here, every stolen cargo they've unloaded, and every illicit payment made to Bosek. Those records are worth a fortune to King Faharajad. They're written proof that Bosek has violated the King's order to stop raiding Breton shipping. With those papers in hand, the King can threaten to destroy Bosek if he doesn't stop. Absolutely. His envoy is on the dock now, waiting. As soon as we turn over the sailing logs, he gives us a fortune in gold. The trick will be getting into Bosek's palace, stealing the logs, and getting out with them. That's your job. First, you need a servant's disguise to get into the palace. The papers are in a lockbox on the top floor. Bosek has the only key. Slip this powder into his drink, then grab the key. The lockbox is always guarded. The guard's not bright, but he'll raise the alarm if anyone tries to open the box. Deal with him quietly. No stabbing. Lambour and I will have the ship ready to sail when you return with the papers.
I'm staying here and waiting for a ship.
Peace, Maluro.
Oh, yes. Hello. This is fascinating. Did you... I can offer help with the guard, perhaps. You wish to deal with him quietly. I removed this device from Clanker. When pressed, it produces quite the incapacitating shock. If you would test it for me, preferably on a living subject, I would be grateful. Let me know if there are any lingering effects. Twitching, mainly. I'm quite curious about...
It's a wonderful day for a sailing trip, isn't it, friend? Especially if it gets me off this rock before Bosek chops off my... Bosek keeps the key around his neck. Cinched steel. I'll get the key off Bosek. Meet me out back. Get your disguise and meet me out back. Leave Bosek to me.
Quite the motley crew, aren't we? She's right. You need a disguise to get anywhere near Bosek. Fortunately, you have me. Just say the word and I can have servant clothes waiting for you at the palace. My pleasure. Meet me outside the palace. I'll pick out something special for you. Well, look who's come to pay a visit. Oh yes, try these on. I'm sure they'll fit you just right. In the meantime, I'll just continue my sweep of the palace.
Onsi's bones, what is it now? Shouted at you too, did he? He just went out back to carouse with the latest slatterns from the mainland. Best hurry up and refill his drink. You don't want him running out of drink.
Isn't he done talking yet? I've been waiting forever.
Ah, my lowly servant. You're just in time. My dear friend, Headman Bosek, is sleeping off the attentions of these two lovely ladies. They are quite a handful, and an eyeful, too. Why don't you take the good Headman's key inside for safekeeping?
This Jakan is quite charming for a scoundrel, but I do love scoundrels.
Tell me more about those firm, deft hands of yours, Jakan.
My friend, welcome back. Do you have some good news?
The
Here
king
you
is
are,
pleased with what you've done here, as am I. You will find a generous reward below decks.
Come on, it's time to go. On your feet, man your stations. Prepare to sail. Before we leave for Betnik, talk to the crew. Get familiar with them. It'll be a long trip. If there's one thing Master Kassan taught me, it's that knowing your ship and crew keeps you alive. Seems like you'd make a fine captain someday, but you'll have to. Before we leave for Betnik, then we leave for Betnik, an orc island that hasn't yet joined the Covenant. I hope to change that. Lembor's happy to go home. She may try to thank you with ale. My advice. When my crew turned traitor, I never thought I'd see Betnik again. Feels good. Head into town and get a drink. This is home, and we'll be here for a while. Here's your cut of the take from the heist. Careful here. These orcs aren't yet part of the Covenant, but I'm working on that. Feel free to check out Stone-Tooth Fortress. Maybe you'll meet a nice orc. They aren't fools, proud as the Seamount clan are. They can't deny the Covenant's strength in numbers, and they'll make a mountain of coin-selling weapons to us.